for checking out our channel. If you're new, my name's Amanda Gedney and I'm the founder and CEO of Settle Abroad. We help people move to Thailand to teach English, to work remotely, and even start their own businesses. So today we're going to be talking all about visas. My company, Settle Abroad, is very specialized in visas. Since 2019, we have been partnered with MJ & Co., a local Thai paralegal service that is able to help you get long-term visas as well as set up a business as a foreigner. So our company is partnered because I've done it before. I've set up my company as a Thai company. Settle Abroad is a Thai company limited. So I've done all the experience. I know all the work it is to settle in Thailand long term. So today I'm going to tell you the 6 visas that you should know are your options if you decide to stay in Thailand long term. So I will start with number 1. We have the Thai Education Visa. So this visa means that you'll be learning the Thai language, both writing and speaking. So you will be in a classroom with about 30 other adult students from all over the world learning the Thai language. It's an amazing way to get immersed in the Thai culture. There's nothing better than being able to speak the local language of where you're living. And the Thai Education Visa lets you legally stay in the country for a year and you'll be able to learn the language. So between MJ and I, we are able to set you up with that visa with no issues at all. So that's the first one, Thai education. Another type of education visa you can have is a Muay Thai visa. So for those of you that don't know Muay Thai, it's the Thai boxing. So you can actually be able to stay in Thailand for 1 whole year if you're learning Muay Thai. So each different Muay Thai school will have a different program, but you will most likely have to go to class 2 to 3 times a week. That's the same thing with the Thai education visa. You do need to make sure you are going to these classes because if you're not, then the immigration will know if you're not doing the right work that you should be on the visa that you're on. It's always a good idea to follow all the rules for all the visa you're on because at the end of the day, this is not your country. You want to respect the rules of the country that you're trying to live in. And between my service and MJ's service, we will of course let you know all the details you should be doing so you know you're doing the right work on the type of visa you're on. Our third visa is another type of education visa called the hand-to-hand combat. Hand-to-hand combat. So you will be learning kind of military tactics and other things special to Thailand. It's another visa to get and another amazing way to learn about Thailand. And all of your instructors are Thai, so you'll be able to learn a ton about the culture. Okay, the 4th visa is the NonB Visa. So this is a business visa, or you would have a NonB if you were a teacher. So NonB visas can be renewed year after year. You just have to be working for a Thai company or being a teacher. Being a teacher is the best visa to get. You can be a teacher for years in Thailand and get the same visa again and again and again. So the NonB visa is a great visa to get, and it doesn't matter what country you're from. So we have the education visas, so Muay Thai, hand-to-hand combat, Thai education. We have the NonB visa, and we also have the Smart Visa. If you saw our past video about Smart Visas, we go into depth about the 5 different types of Smart Visas and which ones might be best for you. This program just started in 2018 and has a 6-month Smart S, which is the closest thing there is to a digital nomad visa in Chiang Mai. So if you think you might be interested in the Smart Visa, check out our video here. Great. So then another type of visa we have is a retirement visa. So that would be, of course, if you are older, between your 60s and up, that you can get a visa to retire in Thailand. So it's great. You can have your retirement dreams. You will live like royalty in Thailand, retired. So no matter what country you're coming from, you can enjoy the rest of your life in peace, enjoy the nature, enjoy the cheap prices and everything that Thailand has on the retirement visa. Yes. So if you have any questions about visas, please reach out to us. We offer a free visa consultation call. We will link that up below. You can have a call with us. We will tell you the best visa situation for you. If you want to live in Thailand long term, we have the visa that's right for you. There is enough visa options in Thailand that you can have the best possible lifestyle that you would desire. Some people come to Thailand to work, others come to relax, others come to retire, others come to teach. There is a visa for you, and from my experience as a foreigner living in Thailand, I can make sure that you have the best visa that you could have. And then our sixth visa is a volunteer visa. The volunteer visa is one of the most flexible visas in Thailand. You are able to get a year, you can even get a second year. Most visas you can apply year after year, but the Thai education visa, if you apply for that year after year after year, they are going to test your Thai. So you really have to be careful about what visa you're on and that you are attending classes, because immigration, when you come in and out of the country, they can test your Thai. So you don't want to just be on a Thai visa and then you don't want to be on a Thai visa in Chiang Mai and then be living in the south of Thailand and never go to your classes in Chiang Mai. That's not the way to do it, and it's going to be quite obvious that you haven't been to your classes. Almost every visa besides the Smart Visa requires you to check into immigration every 90 days. It's a very simple process. It's just telling immigration that you are still living in Chiang Mai, you haven't just bought this visa and moved to Cambodia or something. They want to know that you bought the visa and that you're attending the classes and that you're still living in Chiang Mai. But if you don't want to check in every 90 days, MJ and I have a service for that. You just pay us a little bit of money and then we have a representative go to immigration for you. So if you are really busy and have a lot of work, you have a business that you're busy with, you have kids, you have a busy life, it's very easy to live in Thailand, and we have services to help you make it an even easier way to live here. So no matter what your interests are, there is a visa for you in Thailand. And you also can have, so say you lived here for 5 years, you could have 5 different visas, okay? So say you start with a Thai education visa, great. You could for 1 year. Then you could renew it for a second year. If you are really enjoying it and you feel like your Thai is progressing and you want to continue, great. Learn Thai. More foreigners should be learning Thai. It's definitely a difficult language, but go for it. You will make so many local friends and it's super important. So say you do Thai education visa for 2 years and then you want something else. Then you can go to the volunteer visa. You could be on that for 2 years. So there are many visa options, and it is okay to have all these different long-term visas in your passport. Immigration just doesn't want to see you having a tourist visa again and again and again. Because depending on what country you're from, you can get a tourist visa on arrival, and you could do visa runs out of the country every 60 days, every 30 days, depending on the rules from where your passport is from. But it does not look good in your passport if you have many TR tourist stamps. In the past 2 years, immigration has gotten much more strict on checking if people have tourist visas, because there's technically no rules written about how many times you can leave and do the visa run in and out of the country. But an immigration officer can look at your passport and see that you might have 7 tourist visas and say, you're not a tourist, you're working in Thailand, why aren't you on the proper visa? And they may deny you entry. And then that has happened to a lot of my friends. So it is important to respect the rules of the country that you're living in, because they do give you visa options. And honestly, doing the tourist visa in and out is super unproductive, and it's sometimes more expensive than some of these visas. The education visa costs about 30,000 baht a year, so that's about 1,000 US dollars. So if you did a visa run every 30 days, every 60 days, you would keep going to the same places, pay your transportation, and yes, it might be great to travel, but it's just not the productive way if you want to live in Thailand long term. Because if you have 1 year of tourist visas and then you want to live in Thailand for 5 more years and get an education visa, get other visas, you might not be approved for them because you have that many tourist visas. So in my opinion, you should only have 2 to 3 tourist visas in your passport if you are serious about living in Thailand long term. So I hope this video was helpful for you today about the 6 different visas that you could get in Thailand. So if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, give us a like, and comment below. Have you been living in Thailand long term? What visa are you on? Have you ever done the education visa or the volunteer visa? Do you have any advice for someone who might want to live in Thailand long term? Please leave us a comment below, hit the bell so you can get notifications when we upload new videos. And thanks for your time. Check out our new videos soon. Thanks so much. Bye.